Welcome to Biology, the Science Study of Life. Animal nutrition. The need to feed. Every meal time is a reminder that we are heterotrophs, dependent on a regular supply of food, as shown in this figure. All animals eat other organisms, dead or alive, whole or by the piece. In general, animals fit into one of the three dietary categories. Herbivores, such as gorillas, cattle, hares, and many snails, eat mainly autotrophs, plants, and algae. Carnivores, such as sharks, hawks, spiders, and snakes, eat other animals. Omnivores regularly consume animals as well as plant or algal matter. Omnivorous animals include cockroaches, crows, bee, raccoons, and humans who evolved as hunters, scavengers, and gatherers. The term herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore represent the kinds of food an animal usually eats and the adaptations enabling it to obtain and process that food. However, keep in mind that most animals are opportunistic feeders, eating foods that are outside their main dietary category when their usual foods aren't available. For example, cattle and deer, which are herbivores, may occasionally eat small animals such as insects and worms or bird eggs, along with grass and other plants. Most carnivores obtain some nutrients from plant materials that remain in the digestive tract of the prey that they eat, and all animals consume prokaryotes along with their other types of food. Regardless of what and how an animal eats, an adequate diet must satisfy their three nutritional needs: fuel, chemical energy for all the cellular work of the body, the organic raw materials. Animals use the biosynthesis carbon skeletons to make many of their own molecules, and essential nutrients, substances such as vitamins that the animal cannot make for itself from any raw materials and therefore must obtain in food in a prefabricated form. Homeostatic mechanisms manage an animal's energy budget. The theme of bioenergetics is integral. The theme of is integral to our study of nutrition. The flow of energy into and out of an animal's body can be viewed as a budget, with the production of ATP accounting for the largest fraction by far of most animals' energy budgets. This ATP powers basic resting metabolism, various activities, and in endotherms thermoregulation. Nearly all of an animal's ATP generation is based on the oxidation of energy-rich organic molecules. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats in cellular respiration, the monomers of any of these substances, can be used as fuel, though most animals burn proteins only after exhausting their supply of carbohydrates and fats. Fats are especially rich in energy. The oxidation of a gram of fat liberates about twice the energy liberated from a gram of carbohydrates or protein. Four main feeding mechanisms of animals. Notice this picture represents suspension feeders. Many species of aquatic animals are suspension feeders, which sift small food particles from the water. For example, this humpback whale uses comb-like blades called beline attached to its upper jaw to strain small invertebrates and fish from enormous volume of water. Among other suspension feeders, clams and oysters use their gills to trap tiny morsels Cilia sweep the food particles in a film of mucus to the mouth. Notice the second one, substrate feeders. Substrate feeders are animals that live in or on other food source, eating their way through the food. This leaf minor caterpillar, the larva of a moth, is eating through the soft mesophile of an oak leaf, leaving a dark trail of feces in its wake. Other substrate feeders include maggots, fly larvae, which burrow into animal carcasses. Third one, Floyd feeders. Floyd feeders suck nutrient-rich fluid from a living host. This mosquito has pierced the skin of its human host with hollow needle-like mouth parts and is filling its digestive tract with a blood meal. Similarly, aphids are fluid feeders that tap the phloem sap of plants. In contrast to such parasitic fluid feeders, which harm their hosts, some fluid feeders actually benefit their hosts. For example, hummingbirds and bees move pollen between flowers as they fluid feed on nectar. The last picture, notice that bulk feeders. Most animals are bulk feeders, which eat relatively large pieces of food. Their adaptations include such diverse utensils as tentacles, pincers, claws, poisons, fangs, jaws, and teeth that kill their prey or tear off pieces of meat or vegetation. In this amazing scene, um, a rock python is beginning to ingest a gazelle it has captured and killed. Snakes cannot chew their food into pieces and must swallow it whole, even if the prey much bigger than the diameter of the snake. After swallowing its prey, which may take more than an hour, the python will spend 2 weeks or more in a quiet place digesting its meal. Okay, thanks.